Hello sunshine, this is Joy from Michigan in the US and welcome to my messy art studio with paint all over my table. There's just stuff everywhere. But I have a day I can spend out here, so I'm happy to be out here. I have very few canvases on hand, y'all. I've got to go to the craft store this week. So this is a block I poured on a while ago and it's okay. I don't love it. I just don't love it. I'm going to set it this way because the hangy do is there. So that reminds me this is the top. So I'm going to do something. I was going to try to tell you what I'm doing, but you know, I changed my mind halfway through. So let's just jump in. I am going to use blues, yellows, oranges, whites today. I have some gold, but I think I'm going to avoid the metallics except for the metallic blue that I already have mixed up. So let's jump in. We're going to start with white. I don't need a lot of paint, but I also don't want to have to stretch this too much. This is cadmium medium yellow hue plus cadmium orange hue with just a drop of dioxazine purple, or violet works as well. Just one of the contrasting colors to just deepen it just a bit. And then this is just orange. And let's go back to our white. Then we're gonna do, this is phthalo blue plus silver and white. So a metallic, oh, there's a couple clumps in there. Metallic phthalo blue. And then we're gonna go with just phthalo blue. You know what? I think I'm going to put a little black in there after that. And I think that is more than enough. I don't want my black next to my yellow. It does not do, black and yellow don't do pretty things together. So, in my opinion. This is a completed piece, including varnish. I didn't sand it. I probably would normally, but I'm being lazy today. And then I had left the unfinished wood sides, which I like that look, but I've had some issues with just varnish strips and things like that. So I'm just going to paint over it as is. Hopefully it'll cover the sides as well. If not, I can always go back and paint those black. So here goes my straight pour. Okay, nothing but black so far. Here we go. Oh, so much paint and very messily poured. Don't like my middle already. Okay. But I caught the drip. That's really cool. Okay, I'm losing too much paint off the side trying to look at what I have. I'm going to try to tilt very slowly. I have a tendency to tilt very, very quickly. And when you do that, you tend to lose more paint than you have to. Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. Am I on there okay? I saw a clump. Let's see if I can, right there. Ah. Okay, well, I got the clump out, but at what cost? Look at that mess in the middle. So when you have something like that, you just take your skewer, add some little lines. It's okay. It's not going to be perfect, but hopefully it will blend in with the piece a bit. I don't like that the black is coming through there. All right, well, we'll see what we do with that. That may become something that drives me crazy, but for now, we do have some lovely things going on, so. Unfortunately, I am going to have to lose some of this just because in order to cover all your edges and whatnot, you're gonna lose. Yeah, I lost a lot there. Oh, guys, this might be a repour, which is probably driving you crazy. I'm just gonna flow that part that I didn't like right off. Although lately I've been doing pieces I don't like, and then when I show them to my husband, he really likes them. So maybe I just need to not make any decisions about art right now. You know, sometimes you just are having a day or a week where things just aren't flowing for you. You're just not loving what you're creating. And generally I find the best move for me at that point is to talk to somebody else. And then as long as they don't think the piece has completely no merit, generally speaking, I can put the piece away and then come back and look at it several months later. So, or even sometimes days, weeks, whatever it takes. And, you know, don't make any decisions immediately. I can tell you already, I'm going to stretch this over this entire piece, and then I'm going to report. There are some pretty things, but I lost so much of the gorgeousness that was there. So that's the other thing with this art form. You don't ever have to stop until you're happy. So I love that. It's not as dependent on brushwork and technique, and there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to master, but I feel like it's a very forgiving art form. So, all right, let's grab another cup. So if you are new to my channel, thank you guys so much for being here. I love sharing my art journey with others. My goal is to inspire others to create. I started this channel in the middle, well, shortly after quarantine started in 2020. And the whole point of this was to get me to get into my art room for a little bit of art therapy. And so by creating a channel, it kind of forced me, just a tiny bit of black here, guys, just something different. And then I'm gonna do white too, which may give us a weird gray, but hopefully not. So creating the channel forced me to get out here and create. And it's my therapy. It's so important for me. So I'm really happy to be here. I do have a goal before I hit my 1-year anniversary. I'd like to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. And if you've already subscribed, I'm adding yellow here to get a little green at the edges. If you've already subscribed, thank you all so much. I try to do several videos a week, but my life has been a little bit crazy lately, guys. Trying to slow down how fast I'm pouring this because I have a tendency to try to pour too fast. Losing a bunch of paint over here, so it's really hard to pour and keep that paint from sliding off at the same time. So very, very slow tilting here. I'm really trying to take my time. I'm going to lose more paint than I want to, but if I take my time, maybe I'll still have something pretty at the end. Okay, I don't really like this yellow over here, so let's see if we can. Yeah, a little bit further. I don't know, I think this little block is giving me a run for my money. It's just such a different size to work with. But I am liking what I'm seeing right now, so that's good. Just get this corner down here. All right, I'm really liking what I have down here. It did not go over my edges, but I think I want to stretch that out a bit more. And then we'll stretch this back this way. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. There's a piece over here, just the little tiniest pieces that are not covered, and I'm just gonna throw some white on it just to hopefully tell that paint to spread, because it's not covering this edge, which it doesn't have to match exactly, but it wouldn't look right with black. So I am getting a lot of cells, which is kind of different, not what I expected. I am going to pour over this, I'm going to try to, this edge. Sorry, that takes a lot of thinking. And just catching the paint and pulling it back up over any parts that aren't covered. Oh, kind of muddy, but what are you gonna do? All right. I'm really surprised by the number of cells that I have on this one, because, y'all, there is no silicone in here. There's metallics, but not a lot. So I'm running my finger along the edge, collecting all those drips. When you have a lot of weight on the edge of a piece, it can pull more paint off. And your paint is already being very stretched on the sides just because of gravity. So, all right, I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I will give you guys a close-up of this one. It's very interesting. I do feel like it's upside down, but we'll see. I'll be right back. All right, the sun's coming through the window really pretty, but it's throwing a not so pretty shadow on my piece, so I apologize. I'll do my best to give you a good look at it.